everyone, and this is Morgan's 2-week update. He's doing really well. He was born 7.4 and after a few days he went down to 6.13. 4 days ago he was 7.7, so he's putting on weight, which is good. He was born with a bit of jaundice, which made him really sleepy in the beginning, really lethargic, and there was a little bit of yellow twinge to him. But the midwife said as long as I kept breastfeeding, it would flush the jaundice out. And he had a heel prick test done the other day, a couple of days ago, to test how much jaundice he has, and it's not too bad, it's quite low now, so that's good. It doesn't have to be put under the lights. Just got to keep feeding him as much as possible, but he's looking much better now. He's got a bit of dry skin on his hands and his legs. I've been putting baby oil on or baby lotion once a day. Last week, the first week when I had him, was a real shock to the system. I thought I was ready for a baby. I had everything prepared. But after the labour and delivery, I came home, I had the stomach bug for 3 days and I was breastfeeding. And the first couple of days, you're still getting used to having the baby and breastfeeding every 3 hours. So I was really, really tired, like exhausted. I was shaking because I couldn't even eat anything or keep anything down. So the first week was really hard because he was sleepy as well. I mean, we had to wake him up every 3 hours. To try and get him to feed. We had to strip him down to his nappy, put him on a cold mat. It was really hard to wake him. But now he seems to be changing already. He's waking every 2.5 hours to 3, sometimes an hour and a half for a feed naturally, which is good. You don't have to wake him up so much, which is much better because he opens his eyes more. And yeah, he's feeding a lot better. Before, like the first week, he was falling asleep on the boob, when he was feeding. He was falling asleep straight away. Whereas now, he's not too bad. He does last 10-15 minutes when he's feeding, which is good. He's quite a content baby. He hardly ever cries. He only cries really if he's really hungry or if you strip him, or if you put him in the bath. He doesn't like to be bathed. He doesn't mind his hair washed with a towel round him, but he doesn't like to be actually in the bath. I think he looks a bit like my partner Justin, who's definitely got his mop of hair anyway. But when they're so small like this, you can't really tell, can you? But yeah, the first week was just crazy. My partner's been amazing. He's really, really shocked me, to be honest, because they say, they say they're ready for a baby. I said I was ready for a baby, but when the baby arrives, everything is different. Everything. You don't get 2 minutes to yourself. And we're not, well, when I was pregnant and before I had the baby, me and my partner were sleeping 9 or 10 hours a night, so we were just not used to waking up every 2 hours, every 3 hours at all, and it really knocks you for 6. And it's getting used to, before it was just the 2 of us, and now it's the 3 of us, and it's getting used to that. Even though we want that, and we want, we were actually trying for the baby, it's really crazy when the baby comes, because that's the phone, but just ignore that. All your attention goes on that baby. It's crazy. But he's worth it, definitely. I would do it all over again. What else? I'm trying to think. I don't know if I'm going to get time to update weekly like I used to, because I don't get time anymore. If I'm not changing his nappy, I'm feeding him. If I'm not feeding him, I'm feeding myself. If I'm not feeding myself, I'm doing the washing. If I'm not doing the washing, I'm out visiting my parents. But my partner, Justin, has been cooking, hoovering, cleaning. He's been amazing. I'm really lucky that he's home, working from home here. Otherwise, well, it's been 2 weeks now, which normally most most partners or husbands go back to work after 2 weeks, I think. I'm not sure about everyone, but Justin's still at home, which is really good because he helps out. The only thing he can't help out with is the breastfeeding, because obviously I'm just breastfeeding and not bottle feeding. That's what I wanted to ask everyone. Everyone who breastfeeds, do you use a bottle or a dummy? Do you express so your partner can help you feed? Or are you going to introduce bottles? Because I'm strictly breastfeeding only at the moment, so my partner can only really help with in the day, or you know, changing nappies. But then if I'm awake breastfeeding the baby, I don't want to wake my partner up just to change his nappy, because then we'll both be exhausted. So I don't use bottles, and he hasn't taken to a dummy, so I'm not sure when I'm going to introduce a bottle or a teat, or if I'm going to express. In the beginning I was expressing, and we were Justin, my partner, would feed him from 12 till 3 in the morning with a little cup. It's instead of a teat or a bottle, because they get confused with a teat and a bottle. So it was a small little cup, and we just pour it into his mouth. This was from the breastfeeding specialist. She told us to do that so I could get 3 hours sleep in the night, but I've stopped doing that now because Morgan seems to be more and more hungry, and it's just, he's not settling with that. So I'm not sure if any of you have heard that, the baby being fed with a little cup. It's like a little Calpol plastic cup. It's really strange, but I think in a couple of weeks I'm going to introduce bottles, so when we're out maybe I can express some milk and then feed him from the bottle rather than my breast. But he's lovely. He's still really small for 2 weeks. I'll just show you him now. And here he is. Hold on. I'll just put him down. Bear with me 2 secs. Sorry about the camera being everywhere then. Okay, so this is Morgan at 2 weeks and 1 day. He hasn't got an outfit on today because I haven't had time. I barely get time to record these videos anymore. He is lovely. I love him to death. This is hair. So, thank you for watching, everyone. And I'm going to do a labour and delivery video. So, I'll see you guys for Morgan's 3-week update next week if I get time. Other than that, I hope everyone's doing well, and I know there's a lot of deliveries coming up soon. And I will look out for you all when I get time to go on the internet, because I hardly get time anymore. Okay, bye guys.